right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. Ready?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dario, aka 80s Baby, and welcome to the pilot episode of Kickin It with 80s Baby. So, I got bored. Everybody does a podcast, so I said, why not? Let me do one too, right? So I could just be as cool as everybody else. But this podcast or show, whatever you want to call it, isn't going to be like what I've been on before. This isn't Toy Migos. I'm actually cursing. I got a potty mouth. And it's not the RLU weekly show or anything like that. It's not going to get that raunchy. But it's just me chilling, I guess giving you how I am and not the collector me or not the I don't give a fuck me type of thing. But just me kicking it with you guys and the guests that I have on the show. Just chopping it up, shit like that. But thank you all for tuning in. This was a last minute, hey, let's just do it, whatever, because if not, I wouldn't ever do it. But I also want to get you guys involved at one point. I want to have shout outs. I want you guys to ask questions. So with that said, I'm going to send you the link so you can join me and ask the question. If you have a question for me or when I have a guest, you can ask them a question. I'll be throwing links in there so you can come on StreamYard with me just to say what's up or whatever, because growing up, I was a big fan of the radio and, radios, people always calling in, doing shout outs. So I want to integrate that and have you guys do the same if you want to. So that's just a little thing here and there. But, my man Ernie started something. And it's everybody's doing it now. So I guess I got to do it too. And this is going to be the roll call for everybody that's in the chat so far. So let me say what's up to Berserk. Ooh, Toy Migos in the house. Black Hole Comics, what's up? Augustine, man, what's going on? Captain McKay. Darth Moocher, what's up, Marco? Thank you for joining in. Matthew Toys. Ooh, what's up, bro? Let's see. AZ Toy Hunters Guild. What's going on, man? Dragon Eye 69. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't care if it's 100 or 1. Just thank you. Appreciate you for tuning in. How'd you like that intro? My man Chicken Burger Disco did that. It was pretty cool. It's kind of funny. At first I was like, oh, this is all right. But the more I see it, it's like, I like this. It's pretty funny, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think. But, I know you don't want to hear me talk all day by my damn self. So I have a guest with me tonight. And this guy right here, he's a longtime friend, cool as dude. I personally hung out with him when I took a trip down to Florida. He's one half of the original hosts for the Geek Out show. He was a member of the RLU, the Raw Live Unedited Podcasting Network. And he's an amazing, talented artist. Please all welcome my man Seth.
What's up? Dario, thank you for that intro, man. And speaking of intros, yours was pretty dope. I liked it. So
Thank you. So what's going on, Seth, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Just hanging out, living life, creating,
Nice.
as you alluded to. So yeah, man.
That's what's up. So tell me what's going on, man. Like what you been up to? What's the most recent thing you've done lately? Anything fun?
Yeah, so I did go to San Diego Comic-Con, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Was that your first time?
Yeah, that was my first time. It was a pandemonium, man. It was like Black Friday all weekend long, right? That's the best way to describe it. Um, I did get to meet Gil and Augie, so that was cool.
Nice. Now, was
And,
that the
and
first time you seen Gil in person?
yeah, it's the first time I met Gil in person, so it was like a long time coming. I met you before I met Gil, which is crazy.
That's cool.
Adrian, I linked up with Adrian too for a little bit, so that was cool. Missed the rock by 15 minutes, so I was like, damn. He was like, man, you just missed the rock. I don't know where they took him to, how they snuck him out of here, but they snuck his big ass out of there somehow. I don't know how, but they did.
That
So
motherfucker's everywhere, so you know you don't gotta worry about that. You'll probably see him somewhere.
yeah, I know, right?
But so how was Comic Con for you? This is your first time, right?
Yeah, so this is my
Like, how
first
was the
time
experience all together? How did you?
all together. I didn't have the best time, but I think it was just I wasn't prepared. You know, it was just like I said, craziness. Um, and just I had my brother with me, and but he didn't have a ticket to go in. So I was also thinking about him as well. Like, man, he's out there in the parking lot, sleeping in his car, waiting for me to get done doing what I have to do. So it was a collective of things. I think mainly it was just I wasn't prepared. But like I said, then I had the cool stuff, like meeting Gil and Adrian and Augie. And I did get some exclusives that I wanted. And, I stopped by the Scout booth and I worked it a little bit. I was only there for 15 minutes and I sold like 3 subscription boxes and a few trade paperbacks. Like, it's funny because my friend Drew, he's a creator of Sam and His Talking Gun. He was there, and he was like, "Damn, man, like you just sold more than I did all morning in 15 minutes." So it was pretty funny.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
What was probably like the best thing you saw at Comic Con? Not like friends or nothing like that. Like,
Okay. The best thing I saw, I'll tell you, the best thing I saw was Symbiote Studios booth. So if you don't know, I worked on a little project with Landon Stewart, Invincible Toys. We worked on the Futuristic Combat Soldiers and
okay,
did that whole Kickstarter. We were on Toy Migos and podcast talking about that and stuff. They're the ones making the figures. So I was able to meet them and like meet our project manager and everything. So that was kind of cool.
oh nice,
Um, to see them and kind of talk about the project and how excited they were about it. And then like as far as something cool, there was just a lot of cool like figures and statues. Uh, just a lot of cool stuff coming out. There's this giant. I don't know if you don't collect Motu, right, Dario?
not really, nah,
Well,
not at all.
they have this Eternia playset. It's humongous. Like it's I can't explain how big it is, but it's huge. It's. I mean, I can't even. You can't even fit it on the screen. My arm length, but it's huge, and it's going to be a crowdfunding thing. To get an original, it's like ridiculous. So this is, and most of the time, it's incomplete. So for them to do this is crazy, and I can't wait for that. So that was really cool to see that, and some of the other stuff coming out.
That's dope. That's dope. Um, you said you didn't have that great of a time, and you mentioned one of the reasons, like some of the reasons why.
Yeah.
Do you think it was because it was your first time and it was just overwhelming, and you probably
So
weren't like mentally prepared for that?
I think that's a big part of it. But I've done cons where I was a vendor. I've done cons when I was an artist. I went to the biggest con we have here is MegaCon. This is like 10 MegaCons, right? And
Yeah,
MegaCon's pretty big, so this is like 10 of them. Um, and I also think it's a combination of it's the first actual San Diego Comic Con since COVID, right? So there's a
yeah,
different vibe. Um, there's also like vendors. I think it was like haphazardly thrown together, right? Like for Hasbro not to have anything at their booth, to actually take with you. It's a QR code that you can buy your exclusives and you get
Yeah,
them
yeah.
later. Stuff like that. I feel like it wasn't the San Diego Comic Con it was before.
Or what you expected.
Not just what I expected, but I think in general. So whoever put it together didn't put it together like they used to do. Maybe because they were worried about COVID and people, too many people, or maybe the companies didn't know if they were going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I
So,
mean, I remember going in 2019. That was my first time,
yeah.
and it was just, this is not New York. This is
Yeah.
not New York Comic Con. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, I was blown away by, first of all, how big the venue itself was. That was crazy. The amount of people and how early we were there, because we were leaving at like 5:30 in the morning just to get online to be in there early, and even then I was like, damn, we're late, because the line was already long.
Yeah.
But at the same time also, it was like the way they cater to that con, and how there was so many things to do outside of it. Like there was just, like, honestly, I didn't even, at that, like, when I got by the second day, I was like, I don't even care if I have tickets or not. I'm having a ton of fun outside and hanging out with the people outside.
Yeah.
Than I was inside. Like, don't get me wrong, I had a chill ass time indoors, but it was like two different things going on. And
it is. It's almost like an outdoor con and an indoor con.
yeah. I mean, I know this year probably wasn't the same as 2019 because of COVID and everything. This was the first one back, but I feel like next year or the year after, you could it'll be something that you don't want to miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I know I have met up with Cheney. When I went, we were staying together, and he was telling me how he wants to go to New York. But I was like, dude, you don't want to go to New York. Like, as packed as San Diego was, I was still able to move and walk freely. You can't do that in New York. And Cheney was like, yo, there's so many damn people. And I was like, if you think this is a lot, yo, you have no idea what fucking a sardine can of New York Comic Con is.
Is it more people or just?
It's a smaller venue that's been outgrown for years.
Gotcha.
It's not something that it's Comic-Con in New York has been outgrown for where it's at the Jacob Javits Center for a long time. I've been going since maybe 2012, 2010, something like that. I've been going for a long time. I never even realized that I've been going for that long. But it's been outgrown, and it's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I don't like New York anymore after going to San Diego.
Yeah.
I really don't. It's not for me no more. I had way more fun at San Diego. Like, again, because they cater to the con. In New York, the con is in that building. The minute you step foot out that building, it's over. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, you can go other places to a bar or a restaurant and go link up with your friends, but they don't do
like events and stuff.
Yeah, they don't do like events. And if there is, I really don't know much about them. Not like San Diego. Like, everywhere you went, it was like, oh, you're here for this. We're here for this. This place is open and themed for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a whole different animal over there, which I loved.
I definitely noticed that. I mean, like, I think Gil commented, I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't, and I wasn't with Gil the whole time. And he was kind of like my tour guide, but he had his family with him, so I get that. And so when we did split off, when we were together, it was great. But then when we split off, I was like kind of just looking around, like, what do I do now? Yeah. And then when I was outside the con, like I said, my brother couldn't get in. We did a lot of stuff outside the con, and it was cool because then he could do it all. He didn't need a badge for it. and some restaurants and stuff like that were, like you said, catered to San Diego Comic-Con. You know, they changed their menu. They had themes. Um, yep, just like Augie just said.
Yeah,
And
it's a
stuff like
whole
that.
different thing,
So,
man. It's like San Diego's the king of the kings, when it comes to cons, and it's you can't beat that. And once you experience it, it's like I don't want to waste my time doing anything else. At least for me, in my opinion.
I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but I'm saying I need to be definitely more prepared. It would have to be like a perfect storm for me to go again because, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for a first timer and an out of towner. Think about it,
Yeah.
I
See,
flew all the
like
way
luckily I
there.
had Cheney with me, and we were there, and then Adrian was there at one point. Ernie was there. Rich ended up coming down.
Yeah, I
I
remember
think
all the.
Augustine was there too. He was there, but I don't think I saw him. I know he was hanging out outside with the guys.
Yeah,
There was just a ton of people, but it was all chill, all love, and it was a great time. But it is overwhelming, like you said. Like I was walking around, and I'm like, damn, I saw a lot. And when we were leaving, like the first day or the second day, we're leaving the convention, and I'm like, where the hell did the rest of this building? Like, where did that come from?
yeah,
It was like I only got like this much scene. I missed like this much. It was just crazy. But when you were over there, did you stop by Artist Alley or anything like that?
Yeah, I had a few friends in Artist Alley. Shout out to Joseph Smolky and there was another guy from Scout there who did Rise. I forgot his name. Sorry, but yeah, I went over there, kind of talked to everybody. I met Charlie Snicky. He's another Scout alumni. He did White Ash. He was a really cool guy.
That's cool.
So I pretty much I did walk the whole con this time around. After me and Gil split up, I really didn't know what to do, so I kind of started one night and went all the way to the other end and just looking at everything. So, and it was definitely cool, definitely cool.
That's
But
a
like I said, I was just overwhelmed. It was a lot, a lot for me. It took it out of me.
That's cool.
I'm not afraid to admit when I was defeated.
Now I know yourself. You're into some art, right? You do a little bit of artwork here and there.
A little bit of art here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you tell me what got you started?
What got me started in art? It's one of those weird things where it's like, I know it's like people say you're just naturally given, you naturally have it. But I remember being a kid, right? And I was super poor. And when you're poor, you have to be creative, right? So I didn't have any toys. So I was big into wrestling at the time. And so I would draw my wrestlers on paper and cut them out. And I had a ring. I made a ring out of a popsicle box, 4 pencils, and some rubber bands. And I drew them. And then my dad was like, "Wow, like I know who they are by your drawings." And I just kind of naturally had the talent to draw. And that's really how it kind of started. Just being creative, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, being poor, really, being poor, you always have paper and pencil. It's one of those things that don't cost too much.
I tried to draw when I was younger, and I sucked ass.
Yeah,
I was no good at it whatsoever. But I always like artwork myself. I can't do it. I could draw a mean ass stick figure. They might not connect, equally. They might be discombobulated, but
one
I
leg
could
might
draw
be
a mean
longer than
stick
the
figure
other. Yeah, I was just good at looking at stuff and copying it, and that's kind of how I started. And I just went from there.
Now, like currently, are you working with anybody, like any companies or?
No, I mean I'm pretty much a freelance artist right now. I do work for Scout Comics, but I did one cover for them for the Hive.
How's that been going so far? Like the experience itself, just being with a company like that.
It's cool. It's different because I'm not doing my artwork for him. I'm not that part of it, but being part of a publisher is,
Yeah, I mean like the inner workings and everything. Like
yeah.
not meaning like you're actually drawing for them, but just being in there and like, seeing everything how it works
So
and things like that.
so that's cool, right? Because I get to see stuff that other people don't, right? I have um I get to see how a comic is made, from start to finish. I get, how publishers work, how artists work through Scout. I've interviewed a lot of people. And then, oh, here we go. This is my Instagram page. Through
Yeah,
Scout, I've interviewed a lot of people and learned a lot about the process of making comics,
nice.
which that in itself is, uh, you know, is it invaluable? I think it's invaluable, right? But yeah, it's invaluable, man, because you know, uh, I mentioned Joseph Smokey, Rich Woodall, Charles Nicky, David Byrne, um, uh, Alex Banquita. We interviewed him on the Geek Out Show a while back, who did Headless. Um, Talking to all these people, uh, and once you do a podcast with someone, you kind of you talk afterwards a little bit.
Yeah,
So I would talk after, or they were there at the headquarters, at Scout headquarters, and I just learned like what they do, like how to structure a story, and how the artwork goes, and where you can find artists and stuff like that. So
that's cool. Let's talk about some of these artworks that you got on your IG page. Like, what made you come up with some of these ideas?
so
Like
this
this Hogan with the alien coming out.
so this is Hulkbuster, right? So obviously it's not the Hulkbuster from Marvel. It's it's a different Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
It actually started with just it started as an NFT project that fell through. Um, I did that Mr. T was the first one I did. I don't know if you can find the Mr. T. That's cookies and milk. Mr. T was the first one, um, and they just wanted like a combination of different like different things, like pop culture, pop art.
yeah.
So I did the Pikachu shirt, and then it started coming together. That's not even Mr. T's body. That's a regular bodybuilder's body. So
Oh yeah, I can
photos,
see the discoloration in his arms.
yeah, a little lighter, a little lighter. Um, but yeah, so just kind of started with that one, and then I was like, what other ones can I do? This is I'm loving it. It has a double entendre. With the hamburger balloon. So I don't know. I thought they were creative on multiple levels, so I just kind of kept them going. And I was going to release my own NFT project, and I kind of just stopped there.
This is one of my favorites when you put this out. I like this.
Yeah, it's Scarface's body with Super Soaker. I actually bought that Super Soaker from Target.
Oh yeah, I got him right here.
Yeah, he's in a punch buggy. So I don't know, man. Just weird things that, like I said, just I'm a creative, man. So I don't know. It just comes to me.
Nice. Now I know you working on something currently, right? You got anything new coming out?
Well, yeah. So currently, I am about 17 days into my Kickstarter. There you go. So this is actually I was previously telling you about Scout, Scout Comics, and all the people I met and talked to that influenced me. The president of Scout Comics, James Hake, he was a friend of mine for a while, and I'm an artist, right? So I I never thought that I could write or create a comic. I always thought I would be drawing comics for people. Um, I haven't really worked. I haven't practiced my craft. I guess I haven't drawn a whole lot I don't do it enough, so for me to draw a comic would be a whole comic book would be a lot for me because I'm rusty, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But talking to these guys, they were like, well, you could be the artist on a comic or you could be the creator of the comic. And, um, I've always had ideas. Like I said, you've seen it through the NFTs and stuff, I have all these weird ideas in my head. When I'm at work, my mind goes, right? It's like I have the mind of a creative person and it's constantly thinking of stuff. So that, like, Once Upon a Hero is an amalgamation of me liking the title, Once Upon a Hero, and all these guys from Scout kind of championing me. I don't know. Let me stop trying to use big words. Encouraging me to write my own comic, right? So it actually just started as a title, Once Upon a Hero, or it was Once Upon a Superhero. Then I found out Marvel and DC owned the rights to superhero, the name superhero. I didn't know that. I was like, really? So I changed it to Once Upon a Hero. And then off the title, I always like the idea of the real world being put in the comics, right? And a combination of the two. So before I tell you about issue number 1, I just kind of want to paint a picture of the world, right? So the world that is Once Upon a Hero, is kin to real world issues, but with superheroes. So you're gonna get, for example, this right here is perfect. You stopped on this. This is Lady Angel, right? She's a modern day superhero, right? And in modern days, you have Twitch streamers, you have YouTubers, you have a whole bunch of everything revolves around social media, merch, stuff like this, popularity. Whoever is the most popular gets the fame, gets the glory, gets the money, and that's kind of like the state of superheroes in the Once Upon a Hero world today. Each book is going to be it's an anthology series, so each book is a different story, but they're going to be interconnected, right?
Okay.
So the first one is about John Hartwell, who's just a retired superhero. He's a little bit old school, right? He's old school in his methods. He's old school in his way of thinking. But he lost his powers over time. He was previously the Westerner, a Western type superhero, like based off of like John Wayne or Clint Eastwood, right? Old Western time. There you go. Old Western time superhero, and he has a power. He has like the power to shoot projectiles out of his fingers, like bullets out of his fingers, almost like if you're familiar with anime, like Yu Yu Hakusho style.
Okay.
Right. So he shoots bullets out of his finger. He never runs out of ammo. I thought that was a cool concept. Instead of giving him a gun, give him a lasso, and he could just shoot bullets out of his fingers. And he has a red rectile, or why am I drawing a blank on a crosshair? He has a red crosshair in his eye for like precision aiming. So he never misses a target, basically.
Okay.
But he has a whole Western get up, the whole Western vibe to him. That's him with smoking finger. He probably just shot somebody.
And that's what's up, man. So this is your first Kickstarter, your first comic that you're trying to get off.
Yeah. So this is my, this is like, I guess it's not my first Kickstarter because I helped out with Futuristic Combat Soldiers.
Your own, I mean.
But yeah,
solo
definitely
project.
My own solo project. I still had a lot of help from Landon. Just him looking over the page, making sure everything looks good and clean. I got to give credit where credit's due. But this is my first like created comic. So I am the the writer and creator. And I have Alper Gecko. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's from Turkey. He's a really good artist from Turkey. You can actually probably go up and see one of his images. These are all the covers you're showing here. But you can go up and kind of see what his art looks like. And the colorist is actually a friend of his. They both live in Turkey, Serkan. And so they work very well together. Yeah, so that's the interior art. So very beautiful interior art, very beautiful coloring, and they like I said, they work in tandem. So it's like, when he finishes one page, Serkan's right on top of it coloring it, and they've worked together so much, it's almost like they're one person, which I think is really, really dope when it comes to,
then that's how you know like they're a good team and everything they put out is probably the shit.
Exactly. I mean, you can tell by just those pages. But yeah, so in the first issue, you really just get you get John Hartwell. You get him living a normal life now that he's retired, right? He wakes up, he gets his coffee, feeds his cat, watches the news, and he's such a like classic superhero that when he sees all this junk on TV, he's just like, what's going on? Like, this ain't what being a superhero is all about, right? He's almost frustrated. He's like, man, this is crazy because I'm over here wishing I could be back out there, right? But I can't. I'm a shell of my former self. I can't do it. What do you guys, and I have to sit back and watch the world go to shit because, these new age of superheroes just don't know what they're doing. You do get a flashback of him as the Westerner, so it's not all him just sitting on his couch, right? I had a few people ask me like, I don't want a whole comic book of him just sitting on the couch petting his cat watching the news. Like, that don't sound like a very fun comic book. But there's a flashback scene where you get the action, you get the Westerner, you get to see him in all his glory, shooting projectiles out of his fingers and hooting and hollering and doing his Western thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool because then you get to see where he's coming from. You get to see why he was such a great superhero, right? Because you don't just get the action, but you also get the heart, right? There's a lot of heart in my story, and by the end of, I don't want to give it all away, but by the end of the book, you're like, damn, he was a cool ass superhero. Like, that was dope. So
that's what's up. And so, how long is the Kickstarter up for?
So the Kickstarter is up for another 13 days. We are at 1,955. So, I really appreciate you having me on because I really just want to get the word out there. I've been passing out. I don't know if you can see me, but I've been passing out these business cards, kind of, with some art you can't get nowhere else except for the card, and the QR code on the back, which goes to the Kickstarter. I've been passing these out, trying to promote it. So if you do see me, I got a con coming this weekend in Punta Gorda. If you're watching this and you're in the area, you can get one of these from me. And what's cool about it is not just the art, but the fact that you can scan it, go to the Kickstarter, but once the Kickstarter is over, it's going to turn into a 6-page origin story of the Westerner, so you can get to find out how he became the Westerner in the first place.
That's what's up, man. Do you have any what are they called, stretch goals or things like that? Like,
yeah.
What are
you can get the digital copy for $5, and then I have 5 different covers. You were just showing them off. One cover is 15. 2 is 28. So you save a little bit of money if you buy multiple covers as well, and they're also good. I even did a cover for it, so you can see my cover on there. 3 issues is $40. 4 is $54, And if you want all 5, you want to go all in, $68. So unfortunately, the 2 characters, you can be a character in the book. Those were bought out
Nice.
already, but
So that means you're gonna draw those pledges, those backers. You're gonna put them in the comic themselves.
yeah, yeah,
That's awesome.
put them in the comic book, if it gets funded. So I'm really just trying to push it, man, and this is it's a passion of mine, man. You're not just getting someone who's doing a comic book for the money. All this money goes towards the artist and the printing of the book. I get not a cent from it, and I don't want a cent from it. I just want to see it get made. And I think my passion definitely bleeds through from page 1 to page 26. That's the first time I actually said that. So it's 26 pages, 24 of actual story, and a couple pages in the back for some bonus art, and obviously the thank you pages for everyone who backs it. I'm putting their name in the book, as a thank you, so they can, when they're done reading this wonderful story, they can see their name in the back and know that they helped bring it to fruition. So.
And how long are you gonna have the Kickstarter up for? When is the deadline?
August 17th is the deadline. So I have about 13 more days. The thing about Kickstarter, you don't get charged until it's over, right? And it's funded. If it doesn't get funded, you don't get charged. So I know sometimes people are like, oh, I got, I'll ask someone, hey, did you back it? And they'll be like, oh, I got you next week. Thank you, Darth Moocher. I appreciate it, brother. He just backed it. He's in for a good story. He knows it. But yeah, you don't get charged until it's over. And I think a lot of people don't know that about Kickstarter, so they're like, oh, I got you next week when I get paid. It's like, you can do it today. You're not going to get charged till next month.
Yeah.
It's a pretty clear-cut Kickstarter. You have the digital copy, and then you have, 5 different covers you can choose from. Like this one on screen right now by Mandy War. There's actually a color. This is going to be colored. I'm waiting on the art. I'll release that pretty soon as an update as soon as he gets it back to me. This is JC Grande's cover. There's a nighttime. Yeah, if you go on my Instagram page, you can actually see the nighttime version for that. But right now, we're just going to do the daytime version. This is a Lady Angel cover. I had to add a little spice for some of the gentlemen who like the spicy covers. I took care of those guys, right? She might be only in one panel, but Lady Angel, you find out a lot about her just from that one panel. This is my cover. It's like an homage to The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
It gives me Clint Eastwood vibes.
Yeah, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly from Clint Eastwood. Yeah. So that's what I base this cover off of. So I still, you still get a little bit of my art in there, but the story's good, man. I know I'm probably biased because I wrote it, right? But everyone I tell it to, they're like, damn, like that's crazy. I can't. When are you going to make that into a book? And I'm like, yeah, eventually. So, but I'd rather do it now, sooner than later. You know what I mean? And then everyone watching this can help me out with that. So.
That's what's up, man. That's pretty cool. That's dope that you got this going on. Hopefully it gets funded. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't, hopefully you come back, try it again at a later time, and come back harder.
Let's make it happen, but let's just stay a little chance that it doesn't, right? A little chance, because we're gonna make it happen, right? But the little chance that it doesn't, it's not over, right? I just have to kind of reevaluate. Thing is, right now there's a lot of comic book Kickstarters on Kickstarter right now, so I probably picked a bad time, right? First of all, second, the cost for me went up, right? Because I used to be able to probably fund this thing for $3,500, but with paying the artists, paper increase, this, that, and the third, I had to raise it up a little bit. Shipping costs and everything is factored, and including the Kickstarter, their fees. So you got to factor all that in. I didn't know that going in. So when I'm doing the calculations, right, I'm like, this ain't as cheap as I thought it was going to be made.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
you know, so unfortunately, that's a problem that we have today that we didn't have. If I was able to do it a year ago, it would have been a different situation. It would have been almost $1,500 less.
Yeah.
So a lot of things play factor, man. But I'm gonna keep at it regardless. Whether I gotta fund it myself slowly throughout the year, or whatever, it's gonna get made, and it will be in everybody's hands eventually.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
best of luck to you, bro. I hope, like I said, I'm gonna back this. You
oh yeah,
saw Marco already backed it. Thank you, Marco. You're a hell of a
yeah.
guy.
I mean,
And
if you wanna like take a sledgehammer to the drywall and take out a couple racks, you know what I'm saying? You can fund this thing by yourself, dog.
I'm almost out of walls.
You're out of wall space.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
nah,
that,
that's all
that's
good.
dope, man.
Inside
That's
jokes.
dope. I'm glad. Like I said, you said you were handing out all those cards at San Diego. Hopefully that helps out a lot. We got until what was the date again?
August 17th is what we
We got
have
until
to.
the 17th. So everybody, if you're watching now or catch this on the replay, make sure you back it. Seth is a good dude. He's a talented artist, man, and
Thank you, Aubrey.
let's make this happen, baby.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, Dario. Yeah, man, it's like I said, this I've worked on this book for about a year. Like I perfected it, right? Because I hope to get it published. And like I said, working for Scout, you kind of learn the ins and outs, right? So you know what they're looking for. So you got to make sure it's perfect, right? So what I can say to any comic book creator that's trying to create their own comic, take your time, don't rush the process, and um, and it'll come. You'll more likely be able to get it published if you take your time with it and dot your T's and cross your I's and making sure that everything is just tight knit. Artwork, the story. Get an editor, get someone, whether even if it's just your wife, looking over it, proofreading it, making sure that you're not contradicting yourself or misspelling anything or any of that.
Oh yeah, good thing it's not me doing this shit because I would need a whole damn team. I don't know how
Well,
to spell
it
shit.
is a
I
team.
sound out everything.
I haven't. I mentioned the artist and the colorist, but I have a couple other people I like to mention. Andrea, he's a head editor at Scout. He has a degree. No, I'm sorry, he has a PhD, and in linguistics or some other stuff. He's just a very accomplished, uh, person in that field. He has his own comic book, The Shepherd, which is amazing. So he's just an amazing writer, amazing guy. He edited the book. He was the person who made sure that I didn't sound stupid or, I wasn't contradicting myself or putting stuff in the story that wasn't supposed to be there. And then, of course, my boy Joey Panetta, he created comics, his own Trouble's Back, and he did the lettering. You can't don't have a letterer, you don't have nothing to read, right? It's a silent book. There's nothing to read. And he also kind of did some of the design stuff. He actually did the Once Upon a Hero logo that you see on the covers, which, like I said, all these things are super important. So you do need a team,
Yeah.
a good team, and you got to be able to work together with everybody especially to make sure it all comes together efficiently and just comes together right? Because you got to think they're taking words out of my head and putting it on paper.
That's what's
So
up, bro.
got a good team, a good dream, and I'm this close to making it happen. So
That's what's
that's
up.
it, man.
I'll make sure that I got the link included in the description or whatever the YouTubers say.
Yeah, link
I'll
in the
make sure
bio
I put it
or
on there.
link in the description. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe,
Yeah, I don't care about that.
re-like it again. Share it, obviously.
Yeah.
What about any questions? I wonder if there's any questions like people want to know. I don't know. I'm
You guys
down.
in the chat, man, you guys got any questions or you just want to give someone a shout out? I just sent the link for the StreamYard. Pop in real quick, talk to Seth, holla at him,
Or
whatever you
even
want
you.
to
I don't
say.
know. You have any other questions? I don't know.
I mean, not really, man. I just like chopping it up with you. I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna see you soon again, right? You coming
Yeah.
down over here to
Hopefully,
Jersey?
hopefully November. I'll be in Jersey, and
Make
we'll
sure you
link
bring
up.
a nice little hoodie or a sweater.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
I'm
kind of
ready. I'm
cold in
ready for the
November.
weather. I miss the cold weather, dude. I Florida heat is unbearable, dude. It really is. It's not me. I grew up in the city my whole life, so I'm used to the hot summers, but I'm used to a
I'm
break.
I'm
You
I'm
know?
glad that you gotta keep reminding me that it's in November because I keep thinking September and I'm like, damn, I don't know. It still might be a little warm outside.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a lot of.
I mean,
You
it
got.
sucks. It sucks that it is in November though because it's cold and we can't like hang out outside somewhere and get some grub like we did when I saw you in Florida.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of places I could take you to,
Yeah.
and have a dope view of stuff.
Nah, definitely. I'm
But
excited.
I get when the dates get closer, we'll figure
We'll
it
see
out.
what
Because
I
I
can
know
do.
a lot of people, a few heads hit me up talking about they want to chill. So and the list is growing actually of who
Yeah,
wants to hang out that day.
it'll be like San Diego Comic Con, kind of like the meetup over there. Kind of is what I'm thinking.
I mean, nah, not really.
Minus Rich. Minus Rich.
Nah, not even that. It's not even that. Like, I think this Legion Con is gonna be the first, right? Is this their first thing? Their first
No,
time?
no,
It's been
no.
around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been
Um,
around.
I just heard of it this year.
You don't
Apologies,
really,
but
you don't collect Mythic Legions like that, though, do you?
not really. But I did. I'm gonna get one of those horses and the night guy that goes with the horse because I think
Gotcha.
those two together look dope as hell. I
Yeah,
got two horses plus the demon horse and the demon guy, the devil dude.
yeah, yeah. I
But
think I was trying to buy one of those horses from you. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna be cool. The con, I'm there like half for the convention and like half for just to meet up with everybody.
yeah.
Show that
So I
we're more
mean,
than just internet friends.
as much as I like hanging out and everything like that, these days it's especially now with after COVID, you see how things work where you don't need other people, you could do shit yourself. So
Yeah,
it's like you out there to what do they call it? Um, not socializing, but you got to go out there. You basically like putting yourself out there as a business. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you got to promote yourself and whatever you're doing, whether it's the comic, just your
yeah,
art, shit like that. It's a good way to just put everything out there, and that's why I'm trying to get ready just for New York Comic Con. Trying to get some,
yeah.
I got stickers being made. I got other stickers being made. Again, some artwork from my man Chamba, and
Yeah. So, well, shout out to him. You know what? I don't think I went over the stretch goal actually, but stretch goals at 6,000 for the Kickstarter. My bad to go back to it, but you mentioned Chamba. He actually did the cover for my 6-page preview, Ashcan. So if we can get to 6,000, I made a manga, a Pink Gorilla manga, and Darius Mooch. I do not have an Instagram for the project itself. I just kind of have my Instagram. I've been posting everything on there, which is Seth.Horton.33. But like I said, so $6,000 can get you like a 6-page preview with a cover by Chamba. So, I mean, he's a Marvel artist. He's a big time artist, Street Fighter, the whole nine. Like he's done it all. He's big time. So, and that's free. That's totally free. If we get a $6,000, everyone gets one for free. It's not. You don't have to pay no extra.
that's what's up, man. But yeah, like I'm getting stuff from him, getting some
Yeah,
stickers made. Got me a shirt.
yeah, that's dope.
I got me a shirt. Got me a shirt. Courtesy Chamba.
There you go.
I can't.
Yeah, Chamba's art is dope, man. I love Chamba.
Yeah. And I gotta giving away a bunch of stickers and Toy Migo stuff. You know, you gotta. It's a
Yeah.
business, bro. It's a business.
Yeah, that's what that's what it felt like, right? When once Gil broke off from me, you know, we kind of did our thing, and then we kind of split. Him and his daughter went to like get some stuff, and then me, I was just passing these out the whole time, right? I went to table. See, I went to all the people that were either doing Kickstarters or currently have one. And I was like talking to them. I was getting tips from them. Oh, hey, what are you gonna do? You know, like, how did you do this? How did you do that? You know, but a lot of them already did Kickstarters before. The first one's always the hardest. They
Yeah.
say the second one is going to be easier because, for one, you know, everyone knows about the story now. Everyone who backed it the first time more than likely is going to back it the second time. So you automatically have those return customers.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
people who missed out can get the first one and the second one. So now I'm not making $15, I'm making 30 because someone missed the first go around. So it's easier to reach your goal the second time too, you know.
Yeah, that,
So
you know, you learn from the mistakes you made, and or you can improve on what you already did.
yeah, and then so if it doesn't get funded, I will fund it myself. It'll just take a whole lot longer, right?
Yeah.
It'll just take a whole lot longer because, you know, it's pretty expensive to make a comic, but yeah, it's gonna get made regardless. So, you know, like you said, you know, promoting it and, you know, swag and stuff like that, it's important. Excuse me, I'm a sneeze. Hold on.
Bless you, bless you.
All right, I'm good. I think I prayed it away. But yeah, so
Oh man.
but yeah, man. So the fact that you got all that swag, I love this right here. We talked about this before. I knew you were going to do this show for a while now. We kind of went over. You kind of told me what your vision was. I told you the intro. I like the intro actually a lot. It was kind of cool. It reminded me of like MTV, like an old MTV type, you know, commercial break, you know, where they promote
Yeah.
MTV. I don't know. And Chicken Burger Disco, he's dope. You know, I didn't know you knew him like that, but he does all these little funny videos every once in a while too. So
Yeah, that dude, he puts out funny ass content, man. He's
when you
great.
said that, I instantly knew. I was like, yeah, I made the connection right away. Like I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
it's dope. And I
Shout
like,
out to him again, man. Thank you for that. You know, he did the Toy Migo stuff, and he did Ernie's intro, which was epic as hell.
yeah.
So
So it's just you know, cool vibes, man. I like this. You know, right now I came on to promote the Kickstarter, obviously, but you know, later on, if you want to just talk about hip hop or whatever, we could do that too.
oh yeah, no doubt, bro. You know you're gonna be on again.
Oh yeah, man. I love it.
But
I love it.
thank you for, you know, coming on today.
And
Thank you
thank you
for
for having
talking
me.
about the Kickstarter and everything. I know, you know, I just gotta get this made, baby. Gotta get this
Yeah,
made.
yeah,
You
man.
know. So everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. You know, I appreciate you guys. This is the pilot episode. I might do another one like next week. Don't know what the hell I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna try to get one on next week. I know
Hopefully,
consistency is key, and you know, I gotta work on that.
hopefully next week you have me on again talking about how it's funded all of a sudden because of the
Hey,
show.
you know, if it is, then you're definitely gonna be on, brother. You're
Yeah,
definitely
man.
gonna
So
be on.
all I can really say is everyone, you know, if you want to give me a follow at Seth.Horton.33, go back to Project Once Upon a Hero and share it. You know,
Yeah, and you know, if you don't want to back it, at least help a brother out and share it. Tell a
share it.
friend, you know, tell
Yeah,
somebody. Because if you might not be interested in it, someone that you know might be, you know. So just share the link. You know, I put the link on for Seth's page on the comments. You know, just, you know, you're helping, even if you're not backing it by sharing, you're helping a lot. Same
yeah.
thing with like all the other shows and stuff like that. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to do that, but you know, share it. Fuck with
Yeah.
me.
So that's
Yeah.
all we can ask for, man. At the very least. So yeah, I actually know a guy, you know, from Record Trader. He doesn't read comics. but he loves Westerns. So he was like, I'm going to back it because I love Westerns and I want to see what it's about. So
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But Seth, bro, thank you again for tuning in, joining me tonight, bro. It was hella fun talking to you. I can't wait to see you again in person.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
You know, and again, thank you for everybody for tuning in next week. I don't know, it might be on a Wednesday after Ernie's show if Ernie returns again next week. If not, it might be at the same time. I don't know yet. Stay tuned. You know what I mean? So right now everything's up in the air. I'm still, working on this. It's just an idea of doing my own thing. But yeah. So thank you all, and check out my outro.
Boom, he got an outro too.
This program was brought to you by the Raw Live and Unedited Podcasting Network and viewers like you. Thank you.